What is going on, all you boob tubers out there?
Salted.
It's Matt with Beardius Gaming coming at you with episode Trey of Baldur's Gate. Where we last left off, we were getting our fetch quest on, getting a little bit of XP going on. As you can see, a very long way from reaching the next level. We've racked up about 350 XP, and we've got quite a ways to go. But you know what? We'll get there. It'll be a long road to hoe. Now, this game does not have a level cap. It has an experience cap. Most experience you can rack up is 161,000. Regardless of what class you are. Some classes level up easier, faster than others.
It's me.
I am very proud of you.
I'm surprised that
sure
stuffy old Gorion let
is.
you away from your studies and chores, that old fiddle-faddle. I snuck off too. Old Puff Guts Winthrop was looking for me, but I've got all day to do his chores. You have time for a story today? No, I can tell you don't. What have you been up to? Leave me be. I've no time to waste on you today, child. Don't need to get all rude. We're friends, so you just have to say butt out, and I will. I can take a hint as quick as I can take a wallet. You go on, and maybe I'll see you later. I don't know if that was some innuendo there, but maybe. There we go, Teftoral, getting in my shit again. Go to Gorion and listen well, for without knowledge, life is a mere shadow of death. Thanks. Here's Gorion. Let's get this done.
Oh, my child, I am glad I have found you.
This is very unnerving, I know, but you must trust me. It is very important that you pack your possessions so that we may leave Candle Keep immediately. Hurry, for there is no time to tarry. The keep is well protected, but not invulnerable. What could possibly harm us here? The place is a fortress and guarded beyond measure. Candle Keep is indeed a formidable obstacle for ne'er-do-wells, but it is not insurmountable. No matter how thick the mesh, at least one mosquito always finds its way through. No, my child, we must leave as soon as possible for our safety and for that of our friends here. What should I bring with me on this journey if you just give me a clue as to what I will need? My dear child, you should know yourself well enough to purchase the gear you need. I have given you what I can spare, so hurry off to the inn and speak with Winthrop. Use your skills as a reference and buy what basics you must, though spend wisely. His prices are fair, but you may not have enough gold to purchase all that you would want. Please, Father, tell me where we will be going. Alas, I cannot, for I have not truly decided yet. All that is certain is that we will be much safer on the move. Perhaps the woods might offer some secluded security, or perhaps the city of Baldur's Gate would offer cover amidst its teeming throngs of people. I do not know where we shall end up, but I have a few friends here and there. I will think on this. I'm ready to go now.
Listen carefully. If we ever become separated, it is imperative that you make your way to the Friendly Arm Inn. There you will meet Khalid and Jahira. They have long been my friends, and you can trust them. Let's have it, child. The night can only get worse, so we must find shelter soon. Don't worry. I'll explain everything as soon as there is time. Wait, there is something wrong. We are in an ambush. Prepare yourself.
You're perceptive for an old man. You know why I'm here. Hand over your ward and no one will be hurt. If you resist, it shall be a waste of your life.
You're a fool if you believe I would trust your benevolence. Step aside and you and your lackeys will be unhurt.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, old man.
Run, child.
I just took like 3 arrows to the chest. I mean, I gotta give it to my character. He's a bit of a vamp if he just took 3 arrows and just trucked it. Oh, look at the old man. He is just icing fools. He's just saying, get some.
Dawn is especially cruel this morning. You awake with the realization that you have not been living some horrible dream. Ambushed, you saw Gorion cut down before your eyes, and even his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught. It was his wish that you flee, but that does not remove the feeling of helplessness that now overwhelms you. Hand over your ward, the armored fiend had said. He was after you and you alone, but why? If only Gorion had given some clue. But now you are alone and lost. Candlekeep is near, but you will find no quarter there. The readers pay for their serenity with rather draconian entry rules, and without Gorian's influence, their doors will remain closed. You will not last long on your own with your meager equipment. Perhaps you can get some help from the friends Gorian mentioned, the ones at the Friendly Arm.
Hey, it's me, Imoen.
Sorry I followed you, but I never get out of Candlekeep, and those monks are such a bore. Never any decent coin in their pockets, neither. I saw Gorian, and I'm so sorry. Kinda figured something bad might happen to you out here. I do not want to be looking over my shoulder as I travel. Take your nosy little self back to the keep before Winthrop sees you are gone. Well, that's just fine. But even though you might not think so, you need me. So despite anything you say, I'm coming with you. So there. Alright, so we got our first party member, and she is also our first canon party member. So Imoen
You're
is
a
going
queer
to be
fellow.
staying with us for the long haul. She comes with 3 potions, a little wand of magic missile. I'll slap that on her right away. Oil of speed, we'll let her have that. I'm taking my potions, slapping them over there. What's this? Potion of clarity. And I think we'll be good. So,
I'm on it.
let's get our questing on. Let's get wandering through the woods. Just to walk through the woods. See what this fatty wants. Well, a busy day for me today indeed. Strange noises throughout the night, and now a plethora of people strolling about the wood. You do look a touch more hospitable than the last 2 I met, though. Well met, stranger. I am called Colson. You saw 2 people in the wood. I was told to meet some friends at the Friendly Arm Inn. Perhaps they are the ones you met. Perhaps they and the ones you met are one and the same. I doubt these are the ones you seek. They do not seem the friendly type and are far afield of the inn. If you wish to meet them, I left them not a moment ago just up the road. You'll have to pass them anyway if you wish to go to the Friendly Arm. There is a crossroads a ways to the east, and the inn is north of that. Could you help me? My foster father and I were attacked last eve, and now I'm not sure where to go. I have little to give besides advice and goodwill. My friends were like, make friends where you can, as traveling alone is almost certain death. You'll want to surround yourself with like-minded companions, lest you risk making enemies in your own party. Aside from this little tidbit of wisdom, I'd say you're on your own. Luck be with you. Well, thanks for nothing. Not a very promising start. Get out of here. So, a little bit of advice here. So we have a base armor class of 10. Because we have such great dexterity, it actually lowers our armor class by 4, so we actually have an armor class of 6. Imoen, we'll actually go into her record, has the same. She has a high dexterity as well. Kind of crappy strength, which isn't really a moot point, which is kind of a moot point. We're going to be using her with bow weapons anyway. Pretty good constitution, especially for a thief. High intelligence, that's going to come in later. And a pretty good charisma. If you actually needed to, you could use her as a party leader in a pinch.
I'm on it. Go on, man. I'm on
Make sure
it.
we got everybody loaded up. Let's just make our way up here. Okay, here we go. Next, companions. Let's talk to this shorty.
Ye already be disturbed. Now leave me be.
Hello
Your
there,
company
kid.
Be toil enough as is.
Rather strange place to be wandering, ain't it? My companion has something to say to you. Alright, well, let's talk to him then.
Montaran, you are so aggravating.
Hold,
Tis
Montaran.
disturbing to my demeanor.
This young wayfarer is in need. Someone has set about thee, stranger, and you have barely escaped with your life. Aye, Czar, looks to have been roughed up quite well. Indeed, I can offer you healing potions if you wish, as a token of goodwill. I'd be grateful for any assistance. Nothing to fear from these simple potions, and I'll not even hold you in debt, though your conscience knows otherwise. Just like all good people. Perhaps as payment you would go with us to Nashkel. It's a troubled area, and we mean to investigate some disturbing rumors surrounding the local mines. Some acquaintances are very concerned about the iron shortage, specifically where to lay blame in the matter. You would be useful, though I'll not hold you to it. We are to meet the mayor of the town, a man named Baron Gaskill, I believe. Your conscience be your guide. I would join with you, but I must meet someone first. Perhaps you'll go with me? We've precious little time, but it's best to travel accompanied. I will go with you. You owe us for our time, though. Now we have our next 2 companions.
You
Montaran,
spoke at me?
a halfling fighter thief, if I believe. Yep, multi-class, fighter and a thief. and we have Zar the Necromancer. Alright, so I'm going to steal your potions, Montaron, in a pinch. Oil of Speed. Yep, we're going to be giving that to Imoen. We're going to take your scrolls, give them to her as well, because you will not be using them. Now, I will not be keeping these guys. Let's actually kind of distribute this a little bit better.
You rat. I'm on it.
And... oh, we got our first... ooh. See, Imoen is just hot to trot. Alright, so let's look at our map. Let's head back up to the ambush site. There's some goodies up there we need to get. Oh, and actually, before we go, let's save. Let's do a cannon. Let's save here. We're going to caps it out. YouTube. Overwrite. Okay. Let's keep meandering. I don't want to get into too many fights because even though we do have, even though our armor class is being boosted, it's not where it needs to be. Not by a long shot. So let's take a look here. Take that ring. We're going to leave that Morning Star there. We don't need it. We're going to take that. We'll take the leather armor. Go up here. Get the gold. We don't need that. Let's check our foster father's corpse. Loot it. We'll take this belt, scroll, and gold. Alright, so let's give those to you. Let's slap that on us. So that will give us an extra 2 armor. Let's take a look at this. My friend Gorion, please forgive the abruptness with which I now write, but time is short and there is much to be done. What we have long feared may soon come to pass, though not in the manner foretold, and certainly not in the proper time frame. As we both know, forecasting these events has proved increasingly difficult, leaving little option other than a leap of faith. We have done what we can for those in thy care, but the time nears when we must step back and let matters take what course they will. We have perhaps been a touch too sheltering to this point. Despite my desire to remain neutral in this matter, I could not, in good conscience, let events proceed without some measure of warning. The other side will move very soon, and I urge thee to leave Candlekeep this very night if possible. The darkness may seem equally threatening, but a moving target is much harder to hit regardless of how sparse the cover. A fighting chance is all that can be asked for at this point. Should anything go awry, do not hesitate to seek aid from travelers along the way. I do not need to remind thee that it is a dangerous land even without our current concerns, and a party is stronger than an individual in all respects. Should additional assistance be required, I understand that Jaheira and Khalid are currently at the Friendly Arm Inn. They know little of what has passed, but they are ever thy friends and will no doubt help however they can. Luck be with us all. I'm getting too old for this. E. So we'll copy that. We don't really need it, so instead of having it take up space, we'll just toss it. They'll just litter.
Go on then. Right, what's this then?
They're just going to be dirty little litter bugs. Alright, so I haven't really addressed this, but this is hard mode. I mean, this game, if we're not careful, like, we are not going to mess with that bear. That bear is going to mess our stuff up. That is going to be a bad day for everybody involved, except for the bear. But let's go talk to this guy. Let's go talk to this fop over here.
Don't touch me! I might catch some.
Well, hello. Well, I was about to tell you not to come any closer, but that never seems to work, does it? Well, regardless, I should remain true to the genre. Don't come any closer, I'll jump. Yeah, you heard me, and I'll do it too. So don't come any closer. Again. And don't try to stop me. By all means, jump if you must. More air for the rest of us. How could you be so callous? I am so obviously in pain here. Have you no care for my needs? No, of course not. No one does. Not Mumsy, not Dadums, not Jeeves. I bet they'd be glad I was gone. In fact, I'd probably be doing them a favor. That's it. I'll stay alive just to spite them. I'll be the most miserable, selfish upstart of a child. Actually, this won't be much of a change, but now I'm justified. Life is good. That's just a little random encounter. That's probably what I'll do. I'll try to nab all the little random encounters. They add a nice... oh, shit.
This better sleep lightly, Taskmaster.
Something
If I must.
It's hopefully, like, oh my god. These things can be... yeah, see? One hit. I'm down to almost half health. Yeah.
Right, what's this then?
Yeah, this is... I told you. I told everybody. Nobody wanted to believe me. This is hard mode. This isn't a game where you're going to run into a little character and run into a little goblin and it's going to do 1 damage, and you're going to be able to take 150 hits from it at level 1. Hell, I mean, even with plate mail, it's not... Your frontliners really need to have a negative armor class. 10 is the worst, and the lower it gets, the better. So, and you need to pay special attention to how your characters are. Alright, let's see if I can... There's a little stash around here that I want to show everybody, too. There it is. Up here. See? Right there. Okay, we're going to save scum it. I'm going to try my best not to, but honestly, you're always like, especially in the early stages, you're 1 hit away from being born bait. Sorry, chum, but I can't stop the chat. There's been another caravan raided northeast of Baragost, and I must report of these dire straits to the Grand Dukes. A messenger's work is never done. Alright, whatever. Always be careful leaving areas, too. So, here's where we started. Our map is fairly blank at this moment. Only so many places we can go, but that'll change.
Oh there, wanderer. Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
It's been nigh unto 10 days since I've seen a soul walking this road, and I've been without decent conversation since. Traveling nowadays appears to be the domain of either the desperate or the deranged. If thou wouldst pardon my intrusion, may I inquire which pertains to thee? I am not so stupid as to listen to strangers in the middle of nowhere, no matter how infirm they appear to be. Off with you. Well, deranged it is, then. I shall leave thee, if it is what thou dost wish. Heed my parting words, however, and treat strangers with a touch more respect, at least until thou hast determined whether they are a threat and perhaps more powerful than they seem. Do not dally about on these roads for long. Someone with thy manners will not last an eve. The friendly arm inn is to the north. They extend sanctuary even to such as thee.
I'm on it.
Yeah, whatever. Get out of here, old man. Alright, we're gonna go up here and nab a little goodie bit. Gonna hit a tab, find out, oh, there's a little treasure trove. Nab it. Alright, let's get back on the road. Go down. So yeah, I mean, your frontliners, you really, I mean, your armor class isn't going to get super low in this game as it is. I mean, you do need to get them into the negatives. But the best you can probably hope for is maybe a -5, maybe a -8 at best. Anybody with a two-handed weapon, and I mean, you have to deal with what your characters have. Like, I mean, Montron, let's see. I mean, yeah, I mean, his charisma sucks. So, you know, you got to deal with this. There's no way to change it unless you find the tomes. And then, I mean, really, you know, the whole point behind, I mean, you can use the tomes however you want. Montron and Zar are
Go suck your blade.
They're a package
I'm
deal.
on it.
You can't have one without the other unless you exploit the game mechanics. From my understanding, Montron actually makes a pretty decent thief once you get him rolling. He's a little bit different than how Imoen plays. If you don't mind, please try to keep your voices down. There be beasties about with better hearing than we. What should I be wary of in this area? Around here, I wouldn't worry yourself too much unless you're brainless and charge everything you see. Mostly gibberlings, but they aren't too much of a hassle. A fair bow and a good sword arm would handle one, maybe two, more with mage or cleric backup. Wolves have become a bit more predatory lately. I think it's because more people are hunting for their food, seeing as how the iron shortage took away their normal livelihoods. A hungry wolf is a nasty thing, and I wouldn't travel without a group if I were you. Yeah, thanks for that tidbit. So we're heading in the right direction. So, you know, your thieves, you can play them one of two ways. You can have a distance thief with a bow, just plinking away at people, which isn't really too bad of an idea. Only because bows in this game are fairly quite good. They have a good hit chance, and you get quite a few attacks per round, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, what's this
The
then?
other option you can do is have a thief equipped with a melee weapon and stealth them up and perform some backstabbing. And I think the mechanic is, problem is I don't really go that route myself. Let's get our tab going. Another treasure trove over here. There we go.
You right. Right, what's this then?
Keep going this way. The problem is that I don't really use the mechanic myself that much because I've never really had a thief that specializes in that kind of deal. I think as the level goes up, your modifier goes up. So the higher level, like you start off, it might be like a times 1.5, times 2 modifier. And as you get higher and higher up, it can get as much as like a times 7 modifier. Which, I mean, you know, crazy good, right? So let's talk to this chick here.
Sorted.
She looks like she's got a lot going on. I mean, it doesn't sound like she's too hot. Hey there, you're new here, aren't you? Can I trouble you for a moment? Tell me what you need, but make it quick. Yeah, I think you'll do fine. I need someone to go club some heads for me. I was ambushed by a band of hobgoblins within sight of this inn's walls. Robbed me blind, they did, and I want to return the favor. I don't care about most of my things, but I want to get my ring back. My father gave it to me, you understand? What's in it for me? Nothing. I have no gold to give you. I was just robbed, remember? You'll be doing it out of the goodness of your heart. I'll do this for you. I thank you. The creatures were just north of the inn. I swear I could almost see them from the upper rooms. Bring my ring back here when you get it. You'll know it when you see it. It's a flame dance ring and very striking.
What you want?
Let's get
I've
our
had
thief
enough
going.
of this.
Okay. That's locked. And when you can, you want to lockpick things because you get a little bit of experience. If you can't lockpick it, you can always try and force it, but you don't get any experience for forcing the lock. So
Go on then. I'm on it.
Yeah, it's better to get the goodies in it typically. Not everything has. I mean, obviously we just had like a pretty generic gem and a small amount of gold, but there are some handy items that do crop up throughout the game that you do want to get. So we're gonna save scum. And
Hi, friend.
have this creeper come talking to us. Hi, friend. I've not seen you here before today. What brings you to the Friendly Arm? I'm not your friend and my business is my own. How rude. No, really, that is utterly rude of you. I'd teach you a lesson about manners, but that implies that you were going to live. If I weren't going to anyway, I'd kill you just for being so uppity. Alright, we're gonna pause it.
Spit it
This
out.
guy, looks like he's kind of stretching his scapula. Alright, we're gonna
He spoke
attack.
at me?
Yep.
Imoen's gonna smoke him with a magic missile.
voice is ambrosia.
Zara's gonna hit I think it's a Larlock's Minor Drain. Yep. Gonna hit him with that. Let's do it. Alright, so
You right.
that was our first mage, and just so
Sorted.
come on, get out of there. Let's see if we can kind of shoulder him out of the way. There we go. Alright, he's got a ton of goodies, so let's rob him blind. Alright, let's see what this says. Be it known to all those of evil intent that a bounty has been placed upon the head of Abdel Adrian, the foster child of Gorion, last seen in the area of Candle Keep. This person is to be killed in quick order. Those returning with proof of the deed shall receive no less than 200 coins of gold. As always, any that reveal these plans to the forces of law shall join the target in their fate. Let's copy that. Let's get rid of that evidence. And let's just keep giving that to Emily, because, hey. Let's see if she's got... Yep, she does. So, unidentified items, unidentified magic items like this, you can identify them either using a spell that you have prepared or a scroll that you have in your inventory. Failing that, if an item has a minor enchantment on it, and this is the minorness of the enchantment is determined based upon, I believe, the intelligence and or wisdom of the character holding the... Great. I think my mouse just shit the bed here. Holding the item, so... Oh my god. There we go. So, Imoen, she has a high enough intelligence and or wisdom that she just looked at it and knew it was a dagger +1. Now, a dagger +1 has a +1 damage to it, +1 bonus to its THAC0, and that's to hit armor class 0. Plus to its damage and to its speed, I believe. Or is it just damage? Yeah, pretty much just to its damage. And it doesn't break.
Go on then.
So that'll come in handy later. But again, that's later. So let's head on into the end. It's getting late. We got the crescent moon out. That means it's nighttime. Next thing we know,
What's this then?
we're gonna have
such as yourself.
we're gonna have people getting tired and complaining that they're sleepy. I can't stand the way the roads are cut off these days. My uncle's in Baldur's Gate, and I can't get there to see him. How come the roads are cut off? Where have you been these past few months? The roads are crawling with brigands and bandits after every scrap of iron you got on you. Surely you must have fled some on your trip here, lest you came by the West Road, that is. Why is the West Road still open? If there's ever a book shortage, that road to Candlekeep will be the most dangerous of them all, I assure you. But these folks are after metal, so they're sticking mainly to the larger trade routes between Baldur's Gate and Ammon. And guess what? This here inn is smack dab in the middle of it all. So then we got Dorn over here. He is a new addition to the Enhanced Edition, so let's
It's
talk to him.
about time. Bring me another flagon of ale.
I'm not your servant. Get your own ale.
Then why do you bother me? Be gone.
Nothing would please me more. Now, for an evil party, he is an excellent addition, and we'll actually see where we can kind of get our dirty little mitts on him later on. Now we're actually running into one of the biggest issues of Baldur's Gate, pathfinding.
How long must we wait here? Things stir to the south as we sit.
Good day, friend. You are the child of Gorion, are you not? I recognize you from his letters, for he writes of you often. Forgive my manners. I am Jahira, and this is Khalid, my husband. Good to know you. We are old friends of your adopted father. He is not with you. I must assume the worst. He would not permit his only child to wander without his accompaniment. If he has passed, we share your loss. Brian often said that he worried for your safety, even at the expense of his own. He also wished that Khalid and I would become your guardians, if you should ever meet an untimely end. However, you are much older now, and the choice of your companion should be your own. We could travel with you until you get settled, help you find your lot in life. It would be a fitting last service to Gorion, though we should first go to Nashkel. Khalid and I look into local concerns, and there are rumors of strange things happening at the mines. No doubt you have heard of the iron shortage. You would do well to help us. It affects everyone, including you. We are to meet the mayor of the town, Baron Gaskill. I am already going to Nashkel. My current companions wish to visit there as well. Indeed. Interesting. In that case, I think we should definitely travel as one. You can never be too careful about the dangers of the open road, wherever they may spring from. Alright. Now we have a full party. It is not going to be our final party, but we do have 4 of our 6 canon companions. We are going to be keeping Imoen, Jahira, and Khalid. Now, we are getting close to that 30-minute mark. Went on a little bit further than I wanted to, but I think this is going to be as good a place as any to cut this episode off. Thank you again for joining me. And where we pick up next time, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see wherever the road takes us. Give me all that loving down below, and I will see you again next time.